Hello, I'm the ASMR Psychologist. Welcome to my channel. Now, today we're going to be doing a sleep hypnosis for self-acceptance. There's quite a lot of sulfur on that mat, I think. Okay, so self-acceptance is, well, it's a little bit of a superpower. It's the antidote for many of the things that we struggle with in life, many of the things that trigger our anxieties, our stress, our depression, our anger even. But it's something that has to be learned, ideally in childhood. And if we aren't taught it by our parents, then we have to learn it as adults. And that's a little more challenging, because if we haven't been taught it as children, we've undoubtedly been taught something else. Usually to doubt ourselves, to criticize ourselves, to see ourselves as not good enough. So the challenge of learning to accept ourselves as adults comes with the additional challenge of also having to dismantle the self-doubt, the tendency to judge ourselves harshly, to dismantle that so that it can create a space for our self-acceptance. So the reason I'm telling you this is because self-acceptance, or the development or learning of that, is a bit of a project. One hypnosis is not going to sort you out. It's something that you have to work on over the months and years. And it certainly is the case that you don't have to get right to the top of the mountain to begin enjoying the views. But I want to measure your expectations, that I suppose you get out what you put in. And although this hypnosis isn't going to mean that you wake up tomorrow morning full of self-acceptance, it will certainly set you on the right path. Particularly, I think, if you can listen to it regularly, so the ideas really become your own. You can internalize them. They can form a framework for the way that you think about yourself. Life is so much easier if we can be tolerant of ourselves, if we can accept ourselves. Okay. So today's video is a soft-spoken video, but I know that some of you prefer a whisper, so you can watch a similar hypnosis to this one in a whisper. Just here, it should pop up on the screen. Okay, so as this is a sleep hypnosis, I'd like you to get comfortable now into a position you feel you'll be able to drift off to sleep from. But before we start, if you like this type of video, this sleep hypnosis, let me know by giving me an up thumb so I know to keep making them. And if you're not already a member of my community, maybe you'll consider joining me by subscribing. Okay. Now, to begin with a visual induction using my metronome. So I'm just going to get it into a good position. You can see a reflection of my garden in that. I quite like that. I film in front of a window using natural light, so we're a little at the mercy of what the sun's doing, but you also get some nice views. The purpose now of this visual induction is to draw you away from the outside world and your day, everything in it, good and bad, to start to calm and still your mind. So I want you to try and focus exclusively on the metronome. Now if you find that this isn't calming you, the rhythm of the metronome isn't drawing you in, you can either close your eyes now or just find a spot slightly to one side of your screen and use that to focus your attention upon for the next few minutes. But if you have chosen the metronome, just allow its gentle swing to draw your attention, your focus. This simple endeavour will calm you, soothe your mind, allow you to begin to settle, to let go of what has gone before, and begin to relax. And as you watch the metronome swinging from side to side, you'll notice that your eyes begin to feel tired, your eyelids heavy. You'll notice an urge to close your eyes. I'd like you to resist that urge for just a moment or two longer. And I'm going to count backwards from 5 to 1, and when I get to 1, then you can close your eyes. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. And just enjoy for a moment or two the stillness, the darkness behind your eyes creates. Knowing there is nothing else for you to do, no more jobs, no more thinking, nothing else to do but listen to the sound of my voice and relax. I want you to imagine yourself on the top floor of a busy department store. Notice all the people around you, the hustle and the bustle. Everyone is busy, and there is an energy in the air. Step onto the escalator that is travelling down to the next floor. And as you do, feel yourself begin to relax. As you move away from the shop floor, being carried gently downwards, you are leaving behind not only the busy energy of the floor above, but also the busy energy of your mind and the tension that it creates in your body. Allow the escalator to carry you down to the next level. Notice how the shop floor is slightly less busy than the previous one. Less people moving more slowly, more purposefully. It feels calmer here. The energy is less intense. And as you move down through this level, you will feel yourself relax further still. As if on each level that you pass, you leave a little tension, a handful of worries, thoughts, plans, predictions. And this leaves you feeling calmer, more peaceful, lighter, stiller. Passing down and through now to the next floor, which is quieter still. Only 2 or 3 people milling about, all with plenty of time. No hurry, nothing else to do but meander around the shop, calm, peaceful, tranquil. No worries, no problems. Your mind is becoming quieter too. You can feel your thought processes slowing down, switching to a more restful mode, and your body too beginning to rest, let go and relax. 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 Continuing to travel downwards through the shop, each level becoming more and more quiet until you notice that the shop floors are empty and you are now the only person who remains. The gentle motion of the escalator soothing you, calming you, reassuring you. Just enjoy this feeling for a moment or two. Complete relaxation, with nothing else to do but enjoy feeling comfortable and at peace. Now, it is time to talk about self-acceptance and how you can achieve this. The biggest obstacle to self-acceptance is self-criticism. So, let us begin there. Identify that train of thought that can be so harsh in its judgment of you. Nothing is ever good enough. You could always do more, do better, go faster, for longer. Does not have a kind or supportive word for you. Instead, it compares you negatively with others, predicts failure, embarrassment, rejection. Constantly reminding you of your weaknesses and ignoring your strengths, your capacity and skills, your achievements. But this train of thought, this self-critical train of thought, is not the only train of thought. There is another way of looking at things. There is a part of you that has a different perspective. Part of you can see you as you actually are. It does not filter out your strengths, achievements, your victories. It does not filter out that you have friends and people that care about you. The fact that you have something to offer the world, even if this is not the same as what others have to offer. You have a value, a purpose. This part of you understands that no one is all one thing, good or bad, successful or not, beautiful or not, kind or not, clever or not. We all exist on a continuum made up of a little bit of each of these things. And this wonderful variety is what makes life so rich, so interesting, and if we let it be, so wonderful. So you have a choice where you place your attention, what aspects of yourself you choose to focus on. And this will determine how you feel about yourself, how accepting, tolerant you are of yourself. But you must practice. Practice directing your focus towards what makes you feel good. Those things, those aspects of yourself that allow you to become more accepting of who and what you are. Because you have value, worth, you have strengths and skills, something to offer others. Without you in it, the world would not be as good, as rich, as interesting. You bring something incredibly valuable, important to the table. And whenever your mind loses touch with this value, whenever it wanders away towards what you are not, cannot be, cannot offer, you will, as soon as you notice what has happened, gently guide it back to a consideration of what you are, what you can offer. And each time you do this, the path back to self-acceptance will become clearer, wider, easier to navigate, until eventually you will rarely stray away from a point of focus that allows you to appreciate yourself and what you can offer. And as you begin to accept yourself, appreciate yourself, you will find yourself surrounded by people who do the same, because it is the case that others treat us the way we treat ourselves. Sit for a moment. Sit for a moment and feel this wisdom growing inside of you. Okay. It is now time to let go of this hypnosis to let go of your day and drift off into a deep and peaceful sleep from which you will awake tomorrow, fully refreshed and ready to face your day. So allow yourself now to sleep. 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 Everything is okay. You are okay, just as you should be. There is nothing else for you to do. Nothing else for you to do but drift off now into a deep and healing sleep, allowing your mind and body to regenerate and rest. Let go now